Oh no, we don't have a camera. Hello and welcome to Cutter Farms. We are getting started about 3 hours later than I had hoped today. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. We're going to be diving into some FS22 goodness. We're getting situated here. We had a bunch of technical difficulties today, and we're getting started, though. We're going to get right into this. So rather than waste a bunch of time talking about it, let's see if I can find the right button and get the game going here. So we've got to switch from our FS19 settings over to FS22. Here we go. Oh, and we even hooked up the developer tools so I can turn on my FPS and stuff once we get going here. So I have done a few things here getting set up. Apparently I'm getting achievements. I don't even know what I got an achievement for, but apparently just starting the game. So we're here, and you'll notice I have $100 million in the upper right-hand corner. I've checked in on a few streams today and noticed that a lot of streamers were jumping in and playing, the game kind of normal. I thought for today, you guys want to see some cool stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it with a lot of money here. I am running in 4K, even though we're streaming in 1080p. And so I have gone in and set all of my graphics settings to the max. And so I kind of want to see what kind of issues we're going to run into. I've got a little bit of screen tearing here. Oh, and I'm realizing we forgot to set one setting. So you'll notice I can get my FPS to drop. I am capped at 60 FPS right now. That's a function of how my setup is for stuff. But I do not currently have any of the DLSS or DLAA settings enabled. So I wanted to test it a little bit here in the stream before we get into all that and just see what we can do with the base settings. I am jerking the camera around on purpose right now just to kind of see, what kind of effect that has on the frame rates here and stuff. So I'm excited. It seems to be pretty solid. We're definitely better off than we were in FS19 from that perspective. So we're going to be diving into things. We've got Trailer Park Farms in the chat. I apologize. I'm like so anxious to get into this. I'm jumping right in. We're not even reading chat. We've got a bunch of people in chat this morning or this afternoon now at this point. Welcome to the stream. We're going to be getting some things moving here. I want to jump into some Placeables, some of the American style stuff here very quickly. And so we're going to be getting into it. But before we do that, I literally have not had a chance to play the game at all yet. So you guys are going to be experiencing this with me here for the first time. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn the FPS counter off for a second here while I can see what we're doing. I just want to try out some basic things. Helpers can't plant this fruit in August. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. We must have seasons on by default. So if we come in here and look at our calendar, we've got some awesome weather. We've got August here. I've been watching lots of live streams here. So we're tied to the planting calendar here in seasons. And so this is one of the big differences that I noticed with FS22 seasons versus what we've seen what we've seen based on the mod in the past is in the mod, this calendar was more of a recommendation. Here in the game, we can't actually start the worker to plant because it's the wrong season. So that's really interesting. Are bushels a unit of measure? Not that I have seen. No, everything is in liters. I've gone through and done a little bit of the setup here, if I can find the appropriate settings menus. Here we are down here. Your unit settings are just like they were in 19, where you have dollars, miles, Fahrenheit, and acres, but they don't give you any unit information for your volumes on plants and stuff like that. So that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, the dirt texture, though, looks great. The tire tracks actually look really great here on the field as well. We've got a field here ready to be harvested. So one of the things that I want to do very quickly here is I do want to get the worker going on harvesting this grain, because I want to set up a bin and an auger here. I've been dying to try this out since I saw that we were including Meridian as a brand in FS22 here. And so I've had a lot of people asking me about this on the Discord server this morning while we've been waiting for me to get set up. So first thing out of the gate, we're going to get this guy going so that we can check that out here in a little bit. All right, let's do it though. I've wanted to dive into this placeable system since we got here. I'm looking for construction, I believe. And this is something I didn't notice in my tutorial video earlier today, is you can get right back into the mod here. We're going to change our name here. We're going to be Ketter Farms. But you can get it back into your wardrobe at will and change your clothes, change your appearance, put work gloves on if you're doing something. So that's really cool. I was super excited to see that. And then we need to jump into where I've lost the menu. Right here. I have to say the new menu system is going to take some getting used to. Production chains, contracts, animals, finances, vehicles. It helps when you go to the right menu. The purchase menu. So the construction view is much changed now, which is really, really cool. You've got all your stuff here, so you don't have to enter and exit the construction view. It's a little different, though, because you can't rotate your view in quite the same way. You have to hold the middle mouse button now to kind of look down and adjust your view somewhat. So that is one thing that's a little bit different here. Now, this is the thing we've been talking about all morning, is how do these bins work? So we're going to grab one right now, right out of the gate, and I'm going to ruin... Am I going to ruin this field? We're not going to ruin the field. We're going to slap this bin down right here. And that worked out really well. And so now we're going to go into the store and buy a couple of augers real quick, which should be, I think, in here under belt systems. And so we're going to need one of these to unload with, I believe. And then we're going to need one of these to fill with. There we go. All right. So we've got that bought. This guy's still harvesting. We're going to run right up to the store here and give this a try, because I can't wait. I'm kind of curious here. This silo is empty. Oh, look at that. So this is giving me that hope that this is a separate storage than this one. Let's go find out. Because if that's the case, I'm going to be super geeked that they've put stuff like that right into the basic setup. I'm also loving this Massey Ferguson here. Let's get rid of this menu. We're gonna have to bring up our map here. Where is the store? That's a great question, right? Looks like it's over here. Is that our auger? That is our auger. So let's see if we can figure this out. We've got this tractor that we're in. If I hit create job, go to here. Can I go to here? I want to go right there, facing that direction. All right. So he's going to go up there. I'm going to hope that's going to work so that I can drop this cedar off, and we're going to go pick up the other auger. So we're going to bring 2 augers back with us. So the I'm ignoring chat right now. I do apologize. I'm so excited to just get over here and get this going, but we'll try and catch up here a little bit now. Whoa, that car's moving a lot faster than I was expecting, but he didn't crash into our friend there, so that's awesome. Livin, you're gonna leave for work. I appreciate you jumping on, dude. I know you're excited about some of this stuff as I am, so we'll see you soon there. Scorpion's Edge, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see ya. Scooter, yeah, we started the game with 100 million. I wanted to make sure we could jump right into things. People have been asking me in the Discord and via DMs all day about playing around with the augers and the bins, and nobody's done that yet. So, and like I said at the beginning of the stream, we've got our settings maxed out. Every single setting maxed out here on 4K resolution, and I can make it drop here. Oops. I can get it to drop a little bit below 60 frames a second at times. But for the most part, it's pretty stable. Which, there's not a map in Farm Sim that I think I could do this even with base game in Farm Sim 19. So from that perspective, I'm actually pretty excited right now. And when I say I maxed the settings, like I went in and rolled everything up past the limits. So we'll keep an eye on that. If I notice any stutters, we'll take a look at it. Can I show how silage works, Blackout Gaming? That'd be a good one. I haven't seen a lot with silage or animals yet, so the Placeable system has me really interested. I'll be curious to see how the new animal pens and stuff like that work as well. So we're going to try and dive into all of that. So first things first here, though, I want to get this auger set up. I want to put some of this grain into this big meridian that we just slapped down and see what's what. The game is looking good, J-Joe. I have to say the colors are a bit more vibrant. Probably a little more... Whoops. Workers are about as smart as they've ever been. Well, I don't know what to say, but that's unfortunate. Let's see if I can get this disconnected here. There we go. What was I gonna say? I don't even remember. The game looks a little bit more cartoony, I'll say, than it did in FS19. I like having the brighter colors, but it doesn't look quite as photorealistic maybe in some situations as how I had my graphics tweaked to in FS19. But honestly, I kind of like it better. I felt like 19 was just really drab. Like in the middle of the summer, I would kind of expect, you know, some nice bright sunshine and stuff, and it always looked overcast and hazy, so I'm digging this. Now, let's see if I can zoom out far enough here to line up this auger. Not quite. Let's tweak it over here just a little bit. There we go. Now, nope, it's going to be a different key. I got to try and figure out how to... Is it maybe X to unfold? Nope. Maybe... Oh, there we go. Left and right mouse. We can extend this hopper here. So I don't have a lot of control here, but it seems to float onto the ground pretty well on its own. So we're going to run with that. And I'm going to get this guy to finish up his last round here, and we're going to go get that other auger back here to the farm and use that tractor to run our little grain cart that we've got here, I think. So camera any choppy when looking around like in 19? I haven't noticed that the camera's that choppy. My stream might lag a little bit, but everything's been really smooth so far. One thing that I found mildly disorienting is that the... I just realized I don't have my lights on, so I'm like sitting in a shadow. Let's try that. One thing that I noticed is the tractor picture in the upper left-hand corner, I think, is the opposite way to what it was in Farm Sim 19. And so when I have a front attachment, it's on my right instead of my left, which just seems a little bit odd to me. Crash counter +1. I know, I think I forgot to set up the crash counter before the stream today. I was so frustrated dealing with getting everything set up and installed that I just wasn't even paying attention. We will jump into some vehicle configurations here in just a moment. I really want to test out these bins. I know that there are some vehicles that are in US configurations and some that aren't. What I'm curious about is to see just how that's going to work out. Now, I got out of that combine. Did it stop unloading because I got out? Let me look at our settings here real quick. There's a setting for automatic engine start that I want to turn off. I want to turn this trailer fill limit on. We're going to turn up some fuel usage too. This is the new setting they've got that only allows a trailer to be filled to its maximum weight. I want to play around with that a little bit. We'll come back in here and look at some more settings here soon. I am going to up our seasonal days to 3, I think, just until we get going here. There we go. Yeah, so the combine doesn't unload if the engine's not on. So if I hit enter and turn off our engine, the auger stops. Would you look at that? That's awesome. I love it. So you can also see my RPM gauge is up here. We do have automatic drive in this one. We'll have to play with the gears here in a little bit as well. But the RPMs come back down when we're done filling our corn out, or our wheat here, I suppose it is. That's pretty cool. So let's see about putting this trailer into the hopper here. We are on tip side back, so that should work out. And nothing like trying to back up one of these wagons like this. Let's see if we can remember how this works out. We haven't been in cab yet. Can we go in cab? Oh, there we go. Had a moment of lag there. We're not going to back up in cab right just yet. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by all the little different details that I see here. The steering. So I have my steering wheel installed, but it's not quite set up right for what I want to do just yet. So I've got to tweak that a little bit here before the next live stream as well. So I'm not playing with that just yet. We're going to use the keyboard controls. And we're going to just back this thing up and change our tip side to tip side left. We're going to dump the wheat out here into our conveyal. The sounds, I don't know how well the sounds are coming through for you guys here on the stream, but you get a lot of, like, the door slammed closed and you get the clang. I like that. Some good sounds. Now, this guy, the augers seem to work even though we weren't running the tractor, so unlike the other thing, this is a little different. The silo is empty. Well, maybe this didn't actually work. Let's see if we can figure out how to unload this. Lift conveyor belt. We're not quite lined up here. Let's move this other tractor out of the way here real quick and try it. Yeah, pipe out. Can you cycle the camera to the auger? Maybe there's a top auger. That's a great question. That I'm not sure of. Let's see. It kind of locks the auger in place when the arm is out. Once I put the arm up, can I... oh, my tractor's not on. Maybe I have to lift the conveyor before I'm allowed to move. Nope. Oh, I bet you I know what's going on. If it sounds like my tractor's dying here, probably because I'm in gear and trying to start it. Did I turn on the manual transmission settings? Let's go take a look. Nope, gear shift mode is set to automatic. Well then why can I not start this tractor? Alright, we've now started the tractor. Now I can move it. Now we can move this thing. Alright. We've got a little bit of grain that spilled out onto the ground there too. Alright, I can set it down. I don't see any specific camera options for the auger. This door looks closed to me. I feel like there's probably a way maybe to open the top of the bin. It says we're empty still. Do I have to go up here? It doesn't look like you can climb the ladder, so we're obviously missing something. I have a control I to unload here, but that feels like a force dump, right? Tab to the auger. I was in the auger. Whoops. Do. Like, I'm curious. I'm gonna try it. Control I. It's unloading, but where's it going? Is it going into the bin? It's not going into the bin. I don't think it's going onto the ground either. Alright, well, we're currently being unsuccessful with these bins. Pipe out. Yeah, there is no pipe out option here. Backside of the bin. I mean, I don't see... Oh, wait. This thing has weed in it now. This silo is empty. How did that happen? Somehow, we've got wheat in this thing, but not in our bin. Oh, fascinating. See if I can jump into the auger when I'm not in a tractor. It's an interesting idea. Alright, I'm gonna grab our wheat back out of here. And we're going to completely wreck our starting farm. We can always create a new game, right? That's what this is all about. Let's experiment. So let's get a silo. Maybe I just put this silo too close to the other bin. And so I'm going to put this one right over here now. And then we're going to bring our auger over here and take a look at it. Press F5 to look for the trigger on the top of the bin. That's not a bad idea. I did set up my developer tools right before the stream. Oops. Alright, let's see this. We're going to get this set up and give this one more try here when we're not right next to another bin. There we go. Push F5. It does look like there's a trigger right below it. I can kind of see the outline of a trigger under the bin there. Triggers don't seem to look exactly like they did before. There's a big box trigger around the bin, which is interesting. I don't know what that represents. Maybe I can just drive up to the side of it and dump into things there, but that would be quite silly. Why we even bother having these augers if that was the case? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to put our auger back out here. and we'll go get this thing. Maybe it was because I didn't have that tractor on. Maybe that's what it is all along. Is that auger not self-propelled without the tractor? That's a good question. I haven't actually tested that. Garrett, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see ya. I was watching you and Spence play earlier today. Good times. Yeah, Permas, that's what I'm thinking, is it's just the player trigger so you can see what's going on. All right, let's get up here. Yeah, no dump trigger when we're driving by that. Oh, it does have a hitbox. Well, there you go. Now we know. So if I start overloading my wheat... Yeah, this is, this looks like it should be able to handle itself, because there's no PTO on it. So let's, see here. This is empty, so we're going into this auger, but I can't, like, enter the auger on its own. If I disconnect the auger... Yeah, there's no option to enter the auger. It looks like it's supposed to operate on its own. But it's definitely not going into there. So let's try this again. There is no, like, turn on. I can stop unloading. See, I've got the Control I set right now. Maybe that's causing me problems. Oh. We're overloading. Let's see. Did that just work? That worked. So there you go. I might have just not had that in the right spot, or the tractor wasn't on, one of the two. But we've got wheat in this bin now. If I hop into my settings, you can see that we have 4,000 wheat in storage in general, and your buying menus are now crop specific. If I run over to the other bins now, let's see what we have. Is that not a PTO hookup on the side? I didn't look. I'll have to double check in a second there, Jeb. Let's check. All right, this is the moment of truth. This silo is empty, so I don't have wheat in this one. So if we grab, I should have just driven the tractor over here. If I grab my trailer and head over there, I bet that I can't get wheat out of the other bins, which is exactly what I want. Good times. Yeah, Caleb, everything you see in today's stream is for consoles now. We are on the base game version, and augers and bins are going to be part of the base game experience now. So you're going to be able to have augers and bins on console as well. Can you enter the bin, open the door? That's a good question. I seriously doubt it. I haven't seen any interactions like that when I was walking around it here. All right, we're in the trigger. No wheat in this trigger. Look at that. So I will come over here, and we'll bring that other auger back out here and just test unloading this. But this is very exciting. Augers and bins is all you need to get excited. Nice. Yeah, like, for me, this is one of those elements of Midwest gameplay that just feels good. I've always loved having this functionality on my saves, and I've spent a lot of time editing bins and different things to be able to do this. And I'm super excited that we're going to have this functionality now moving forward. So that is awesome. Is it a one crop bin? That's the next thing we're going to test out here. I'm going to find something. We've got seasons on. We might have to turn seasons off to get a second crop, because I don't think we've got that many fields. I guess we could buy some fields. Let me stop this. Let me take a look here at growth. We've got a few fields ready to harvest down here. Let me see if I can figure out what crop types they are. Yep. So let's buy both of these fields real quick because they are different crops than what we have right now. Some awesome ticking noises. So that's wheat. We want to do field 47 is oats. So I'll drive this. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll have a worker drive this back up to the farm. Create job. Go to here. Start job. And then we'll tab into this and we'll go pick some oats real quick. And we'll see if this is a one crop bin setup. Where is field 47? The other fun part about a new game is like it's a brand new map. I have no idea where we're going. So let's see if I can drive with the steering wheel here. I've got the force feedback installed right now, and it's quite interesting. It's got a little bit of tension, and every once in a while, like when you turn and you do stuff, you can feel it pull back against on you a little bit. So I'm gonna have to get used to that. But it's definitely a different experience, so I can't wait to play with this some more for sure. But yeah, it's a little bit like driving a combine where, you know, it's as you start to move in a direction, the wheel kind of spins that way easier and easier, and then when you come back, you can like feel that pause as it tries to adjust the steering the other way. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna go ahead and let this guy do his thing. I want to test unloading real quick, and then we'll have enough oats to test if these are one crop bins, which is gonna be super awesome. Now let's see here. We've started it. I'm pretty sure I can hear it running. Oh. I think I started the auger instead of the tractor. That was probably our problem before. We're learning. The fact that I don't have automatic start-stop on, I think is what was causing some of my problems earlier. Oh, wow. I like it. This force feedback is interesting. As I accelerated forward on the turn there, you can like feel it with the tractor. Sorry, we're gonna take a small spin here while I play. Oh, that's interesting. We're gonna have to get used to that for sure. All right, now I think I can hop into the auger. We can raise it and we can control this by hand a little bit. And then, much like Farm Sim 19, I can push R to start filling. And it looks like the auger is going to hold a little bit of material. So let's get this going. It looks like it's actually not necessarily holding, but it's just in an operating position. And that worked out really well. So with that, I want to come back over here. I want to shut this auger off now that we know that it works. I'm going to shut down all of these different machines that are running so I can tell if my current machine is running. And we're going to go and try this out. Oh, that's a great question, Hardline, about the row crop tires. We're going to check on some other vehicles here in just a moment. This bin testing is taking just a smidge longer than I thought it would, but this is one of those things I've been the most excited about for Farm Sim 22, is to just see how this stuff is going to work out for us. Tip side left, I must not be quite close enough. Let's see, there we go. We'll put the wheat back in, we'll go pick up some oats, and we'll give it a shot. So while that's unloading, let's take a look at the dealer here. You guys want to know about the 8R series. I see lots of EU signs on some of these tractors. 8RT, 8RX, 8R series. All right, so we've got Michelin tires. We can have a US design, so the design is floppable on this one at least. And I'm looking at all the different options here. I'm just kind of curious. So I've got Michelin twin wheels with the ugly duals. I got wheel weights. Let's see here. Continental. I got twin duals with the big middles. Yeah, it looks like most of the duals are gonna be with the clamp-on style, which is unfortunate. But you do have the narrower, slightly wider style with the Midas at least. None of those are US branded tires. So unfortunately, at least for the 8R, the options seem somewhat limited. Let's see here. I've got EU and US setups. Pretty cool. No flashers on my 8RX, the extended bars. Let's check out the 9R series now. I've got US EU styles here, so that's good for that. Wide tires, twin wheels. At least these are more appropriate style duals. Check the Magnum. Let's check out the Magnum AFS. So let's put this in an EU style. I do apologize. Chat's moving by a little fast. I didn't catch all the messages here. We've got twin wheels. Looks like these are clamp-ons. We do have narrow twin wheels for the Magnum that seem to be more the row crop style. We've got crawler tracks. This is all Trelleborg. If I go to Michelin, I've got clamp-on rears. Continental is also clamp-on rears. Yeah, so most of the options, it looks like, are going to be clamp-ons, unfortunately, for the duals. So that's okay. I'm going to be using a lot of tracked tractors here. In fact, let's be honest, we can't go much farther in this series without getting our tractor going here. Ooh, license plates. So let's check out the license plates. Type 1, Type 2, 3... I don't really know the difference there, but we got to go ahead and do something here, right? So EDER. Okay. Can I delete some of this stuff now? I guess I could just go type 1. Oh no, it forces you to put numbers in there. How do you, all right, we're going to skip the license plate for a second here. We're just going to buy this thing. So we've got grain here. We were in the middle of testing if I could put another type in here. So let's go get some oats and see what's going on. License plates for members. That would be awesome. Games with James. I'll look at the low loaders here in a second. There are 2 American-style low loader tractors, though, or trailers, that I happened to see when I was clicking through things a little bit earlier. Oh man, this force feedback steering is weird. I didn't experience a bump when I went through that ditch, though. I was kind of experiencing, or hoping it would jostle a little bit. I have to look at these settings a bit more. He's about to go the wrong way. Do we have crop destruction on? Oh, we do. Look at that. We're destroying our oats. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we won't do that anymore. We're gonna stop this guy. I couldn't wait for him to go to the inland. But this will be a good chance to check out crop destruction while he's unloading. So we tore that all up. Looks like we got some weeds spread out underneath the oats here a little bit too. If we come on, bring up the map here, I'm curious to look at the the different tabs here. You've got different growth stages look to be slightly expanded. I think there's definitely more stages here than there were before. There's definitely the additional growth stages for the tillage states: double tillage, cultivated, plowed, and seedbed. Unfortunately, it looks like weeds are still all or nothing, and fertilizer seems to be 2-stage as well. I know that this is supposed to be having precision farming coming at some point next year, so I'm looking forward to that coming to the channel. AI worker has stopped unexpectedly. No field found. It's right here, buddy. There you go. Oh, look at that. There's a deer in our oat field. Where'd he go? He just disappeared. Come back. Oh, there he goes. There's a deer. Chase him. I lost him in the weeds. That's cheating. All right. Well, that was cool. Is there settings for weed percentage, perhaps? That's a good question. Let me go double check that. Let me get in this tractor here. And we're just going to... we're not going to do that. Settings. Weeds. These are more general settings, game settings. Weeds is on or off. There is no variation like there was in the Seasons mod, it looks like. Oh! The cars will still knock you over, though. Well, now we're just plowing over all kinds of stuff. Oh, our interior view was askew a little bit. All right, let's see if we can get across this bridge without crashing. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow. Still getting used to this force feedback. It's a different experience. I haven't played too many games. I think ATS is the only other game I've played with force feedback. I do like the camera, like the tractor bob a little bit. That's pretty cool. We've got a pedestrian walking through our farm, so let's not run him down. Yeah, I'm going to have to get used to playing in cab because I'm digging the bouncing up and down inside the tractor a bit more. All right, so I'm here. I'm going to try and overload oats into our wheat bin. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh, it's going to take them. I'm sad. Sad panda. We do have now wheat and oats in the same bin. So that answers that question. We'll have to get with GTX and have him help us out with that. Zenibot, what brands have both EU and US configs? That's a great question. I know that John Deere tractors definitely had both configs. I don't remember. I didn't even look at the Case tractor. Case has EU and US. See, we've got some of those changes come in. And I'm trying to think who else has brands in both. I think most of the Fendt stuff I've actually seen in the US was in a more EU configuration, but I don't see any options on Fendt for EU versus US. The New Holland stuff is set up in a US configuration out of the gate, it looks like. Massey Ferguson would be a good one to test. Let me see if I can find. I'm just going to look at a lot of the Kloss stuff I've seen in the US is set up generically. Let's jump back a level. I think the Massey Fergusons are medium-sized tractors. I think these are just generic. They don't have an EU or US twist to them, so I'm down with that. As long as I don't have those giant annoying red and white signs, I'm all good to go. And so Getty Town, you Yeah, but you can set up separate bins for separate crops for the time being. Yeah, exactly, Gaddy. Like, I don't need it to force me. I'll do it on my own, but it would have been nice. J. Joe, I am going to try that in just a little bit. It's a little tricky because I have to get some keyboard commands set up for that here. So let me see here what tractors we got. So this is a tractor that has a manual transmission in it. So let's see if I can figure this out real quick, or if it's going to be a hassle. I've got gearbox. So numpad plus and minus to shift. And I should have I have a clutch on my stick. It's not showing up in here. I'm just going to scroll down. Reap what you sow. I'm getting all kinds of achievements, and I haven't even looked at the achievement system. So we've got this. I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. So I need to adjust the game setting that allows for using a clutch in the manual transmission in general. That's actually part of general settings, if I'm not mistaken. Gear shift mode. Manual with clutch. All right, let's try this, guys. I want to see how manual gears are going to work here for us. Unable to start engine. Gear selected and clutch is not engaged. Well, look at that. All right, I got to scoot up here if I have to push the clutch in. So if I push my clutch in and push enter as my start engine key. Nope. My clutch pedal is not actually acting as a clutch. Let me see if I can fix that here real quick. Gearbox was right here. Clutch. No. Gamepad. Let me see. It's not. It looks like it's not detecting my steering wheel. Oh, there we go. Clutch. We've got it. And then there we go. All right, so we started the engine. And here's what I want to try. I'm going to put it in 4th gear and let out the clutch. I killed the tractor. Look at that. I'm in the wrong gear when I let out the clutch, and the tractor died. Epic. We're liking it. So if I shift this down into 1st gear and let out the clutch, I still kill the tractor because I didn't give it any throttle. Oh, I'm liking this. So I can give it some juice with my foot pedal. So if I rev this up and let out the clutch, things work great. If I take my foot off the gas completely and stop with it in gear and no throttle, it dies. Is there a throttle control now is going to be the next question, right? So I can push 3 to put it in max. And then I can... This is my cruise control. There's got to be a throttle control. But I can leave it set to max here in 1st gear. So in 1st gear, max throttle. Man, I'm going to burn through the fuel. I wonder if that has fuel consumption now considered, where you can go a different speed with your throttle because you don't need to work the machine as fast. So unable to change gear. Clutch pedal has to be pressed because this is a manual transmission tractor. And so I believe if I got into a tractor with gears that didn't have a manual transmission, I could shift without clutching. So let's try that here. We're going to stop. And we're going to tab over to... let's find a different tractor. This one doesn't going to have gears. Let me just find one real quick. Variable CVT. I'm pretty sure most of these are going to be that way. We got to find something. Manual plus power shift. So this will be a Oh, that's what we've got right now. I'm looking for power shift. Here you go. Our 4755 has a power shift in it. So let's try this one as an example. In this case, I can't start because I don't have the clutch in. I'm going to put the clutch in. I'm going to put it in neutral, leave the clutch out. And that didn't work. All right, let's try this. So I'm going now, and now I can shift without pushing the clutch when I have a power shift transmission. So that's going to work out a lot nicer. I like that they've got the two different clutch styles for the tractors. That's really cool. And so the fact that I can shift this up between the gears, there's a road gear, you can feel it pull and it jumped up there quite a bit. And so you can just hear the engine go too. It sounds so much better when you're shifting gears and stuff. Now, you know, if you don't want this advanced play style, you can definitely just use the automatic, and it'll shift through the gears and you'll still get the cool sounds and stuff. But I'm digging this. This is really cool. Oh, and the steering kind of jerks as I drove over the bumps there. So that the power steering on this with the force feedback is getting interesting. Illinois Farmer, you can if you put it in neutral. So I'm in 15th gear. I can't start the tractor without putting in the clutch. If I, however, and I can't shift gears when the tractor's off either. So if I had it in neutral, so right now I'm in neutral, no clutch pushed, I can start the tractor. So if you kill it when it's in neutral, or when it's in gear, you have to push the clutch in to start it to get it back out of gear. Do I use a gear shift stick to shift gears or just a key? Right now, I'm using the keys on the keyboard, but you could set that up to be individual gears. So you can see here you have gear 1 through 8, and then there's a group, you know, so you have different groups, so you can shift, you know, multiple, you know, shift up a group and do another 8 gears, because a lot of things have like 16 or more gears. And so you could set those to the specific gear shifter patterns if you wanted to. So it can definitely use the gear shifter. So let's see, what are some of the other equipment people want to see here? Give me 1 second. We're going to Alt-Tab for a sec. And we're going to jump in here and then look at, I want to look at trucks. So some people were asking about which semi-trucks we have available. We've got all 3 of these Mack trucks in here. So as a big change from the previous game, these are the semi-trucks, so it's more US-style trucks than not. Road Warrior 13, appreciate the super chat there. Do I know what time on November 22nd that Farming Simulator 22 will release? I do. We have, from Giants this morning, 3 different release dates for that. So, release times, depending on where you bought the game. So if you bought the game directly from Giants, you will be able to buy it or start playing in the US Eastern Standard Time. I believe it's 6 p.m. Eastern Time that you'll be able to start playing on Sunday, the 21st. If you bought the game from, let me pull it up so I don't say things incorrectly. If you bought the game from Steam, you will be able to start playing at 3 a.m. on the 22nd Eastern Time. And if you bought the game from the PS4 or Xbox store, you'll be able to start playing right away after midnight on the 22nd. Or, yeah, right away after midnight on the 22nd. So, where were we? We were looking at equipment. Semi-trucks are cool. I wanted to jump in here and take a quick look at this Superliner, because this is going to be the truck that I'm driving. I love this style. I do wish I could change the colors. I was really surprised that they didn't have any color options on some of these trucks. And so that was one thing that took me by surprise here. I've got rim colors, but no truck colors. So I don't know if that's going to be the case on all of the vehicles. Some of these you can change here, like the Mech Anthem, I can pick lots of different colors. Lots of different design options, day cabs, sleepers. And so we've got, you know, a few more truck options here and such. I was just really disappointed I couldn't get this in a different color besides red. Jeb, I would definitely call in sick. Stranded, back, listening while you're driving. You stay safe out there, man. I know it's windy. Randy, not set up well with the oldest truck being the most expensive to buy. I was also amused by that, but it's kind of funny as like, it's also the coolest one. Like, this is the one that I'm most drawn to. So the fact that it's more expensive is kind of a chuckle, but they're just punishing you because it looks so cool. Some people wanted to see the new planters, which I am super curious about as well. I'm gonna cause some suspense here though and complain about cedars for a second. We don't have any good U.S. style cedars in here, so no drills. But we got a huge improvement in the planting section. Let's just take a look here. We've got the Kenzie Blue Drive, which is I always thought these were kind of an interesting style here. And then way more cooler, in my opinion, we've got this one over here. Let's actually buy one of these. There's not really any configuration options, so we can actually get out and look at it outside. And I'm going to buy one of these John Deere's too. Having the 1775 NT was an interesting choice. You know, I almost expected the staple DB60, but we got that. J-Joe, I will try to go and look at some snow at some point here. We are in with seasons right now, so to get to snow, I'm going to have to jump forward quite a bit. So we're going to hold off on that just a few minutes here while we try out a few other things. Where's my... All right, so here's our 8RX here. And we got to put it in gear. Oh, this thing does have gears. Look at that. How many gears does this thing have? Quite a few. Is that 18, 20, 23 in an 8RX? Oh man, this is gonna get so... This is gonna be interesting. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and stumble with the gears right now. We just killed it again. We're gonna go back to automatic for the purposes of the live stream. And then as I get into my Let's Plays, we're going to be forcing ourselves to go all gears. We're going to do it realistic. Luke is hot. You want to see the 9R. We did kind of gloss over that just a minute ago. Let me pull that up for a second because I wanted to buy one of these large tractors too, just to see how the big articulated tractors are going to work. So let's get a 9RX out here. And... ooh, we do have the 3 meter, the wide option like that. Or, yeah, we're going to go with that. And then I'm going to also buy a 9R and a Versatile. Because, you know what? We just need to see what these look like. We got a 620. Can I get the Continentals? I haven't done Continental tires on anything yet. And then we want the regular 9R here. So US. We'll do Michelin's on this, I guess. And twins. Do I have triples? No. All right, we'll do this. We've got front weight options. All right. And on the back, I really don't need a 3-point, so we'll go trailer only. We'll make this the beefy guy. All right, let's see what we've got here. So, I've got my nice 8RX here. Let's go in cab here a bit. I'm pushing Alt-1 to try and turn my HUD off. I can't do that yet, so... I don't see any indications of lag on my side for the stream, but if you're having... if multiple people are having lag, let me know. I've also just realized my stream elements overlays are off. Yeah, okay, there we go. Hopefully the stream is back up to normal now. So we got some cool monitors here. You can see our kilometers an hour being displayed here on the monitors in the cab. So same problem that we had in FS19, where it doesn't match up to the actual speedometer changes, unfortunately. But this thing handles nice. It looks good. The detail is superb here. Oh, we've even got our radio up there. So I'm going to go ahead and unfold this planter here. I just want to see what it looks like. It's looking good. It moves, it bounces, lots of animation here, which is pretty slick. We'll hop out and take a look. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's going to be fun to try out here. And then let's use this. This will be completely oversized, and we'll hook it up to the Kenzie. The squad is live streaming at 4:15. Yeah, I was talking to him this morning a bit. He was saying he was getting set up, so I'm curious to see what kind of crazy antics he and the rest of the group get into over there. Let's see here. So I want to back these up to each other, kind of put them back to back and see what they look like. So I do have to say I love the details here. The hoses and everything look really solid. They move a little bit as you're unfolding there. That's pretty cool. And we're gonna back this thing right on up to our friend if we can. It's funny, my force feedback wheel, I'm using the keyboard for a moment here, and the force feedback wheel is kind of straightening itself out as we move over stuff. So well, there we go. We've got both of these guys back to back here. Pretty cool. I like that we've got the hose configuration here on the back of the Kenzie, which means we can probably pull some kind of a tank or trailer of some kind at some point here with more liquid fertilizer hooked up to it. So that's going to be pretty neat. All right, so let's take a look here. What else do we want to look at? I've been curious. I haven't looked at sprayers at all since we got into this. And so we have the same Rubicon 9000 from FS19. And then we've got this Berthoud, which I don't think is a US brand, but it's a nice looking, like more medium size sprayer here. So this is 36 meters. Compared to a 48.5. So this is going to be a little bit more approachable than some of the other brands. Just taking a look at my tire options here. Got narrows and slightly wider narrows for like fertilizer and stuff, I assume. So that's pretty cool. Am I going to do multiplayer with the Farm Sim guy today? Not today. We are probably going to try and do that, I hope, tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Sunday during our my midday stream. He and I are going to get together and do some multiplayer and talk about some of the changes and explore how some of that works. So we'll see how that goes. And then we're talking to Argsy about doing something maybe with the three of us the following weekend as well. Just to kind of keep playing around with that and get some more people in there. So let's get us a little bit of supplies while we're here. And this is my owned items. I meant to come into... Looks like I can buy packs of grain. Oh, I can buy a starter kit. Look at that. So if I was a new player who didn't really know much about the game, I could come in here and pick the grain starter kit and get a tractor, a combine, a trailer, and some equipment. This is a lot of what we started with here. Just to get going on things, you know, same with grapes. Like, so when I start doing grapes, I don't know a whole lot about it. I could just hop in here and get everything I need to get started. That's really cool. We were going to get some pallets here. I wanted to get, we've got top liquid fertilizer here. Not sure exactly what that is, but I assume that just means spray on versus solid. And then I have kind of the same bins from before. This is 6,000 liters because you would mix this with water, I assume. So let's buy one of those. This is new. We'll get one of these and see how this works. And then I want to get a pallet of seed. We've got our Pioneer seed, much like FS19. And if I come back here, I was just curious, our big bags, we still have pretty much all the other ones that we had before. This is just wheat now. It's not technically chicken feed. It's wheat, which I think is really cool. Let me get some water and catch up on the chat. I'm too excited. We streamed for a full hour before I took a drink. I'm going to have regrets later. When in automatic mode, can you still manually select forward and reverse? That's a great question. Let me try when we get back in the tractor here. So I'm in automatic mode right now. I can still shift gears, but as soon as I push the pedal down to start going forward, it automatically puts me back in an appropriate gear. And so, so you can shift gears, it just doesn't do anything for you, because as soon as you push forward or back, it's going to pick an appropriate gear for you. So as much as I'd like to go grab that John Deere setup over there to plant our first field, we're going to try this Kenzie out because it's brand spanking new, and we'll continue. We're gonna continue to use this Versatile because it's also new to the base game here, and we're gonna see what kind of trouble we can get into with these two. So I'm gonna back this up as best I can here. Oh, our door is open, so we're filling the liquid fertilizer here first. And I'm glad we got the 6,000 liter option here. I apologize, I'm not keeping up with chat. Timothy, low loader options. I did promise to show those a second ago. I know I'm jumping around a lot here. Let me pull that up as long as I'm sitting here. So we have both the Demco and the Load King in base game here. So you almost feel bad for custom modding. I know they've been working on that for FS19, and we've got the Demco low loader right here, which is cool. And you've got the extension for the front rack up here. So that's a cool option. Load King has two different designs for the back here. You've got the full width ramp versus the just two ramps, which is kind of cool. Rim colors, which are, always awesome. So that's going to be really cool. So let's get some seed in here, and I will send this guy back up to the farm. And then I know somebody wants to take a look at if there's US EU styles for the combines here, which I'm also curious about. So we're going to do the AI driver. We're going to send this guy right here and tell him to get going. Oh, I think he just did. Oh, that's cool. It's a quick one, so I don't have to create a job for go-to. It'll just do it. Good deal. All right, let me see. Combines we've talked about a couple of times, so we're going to jump right in here, and I'll look at both of these because these are the two cool ones. First up, we have the EU style John Deere and the US style. Look at that. They removed the stickers from the other screenshot the other day. Congrats, Giants. We love you. So I have a US style X9. Boom. We love it. We're going to buy one. All right. And the case, we've got the different wheel configurations here. So we've got the Trelleborg. We'll click through the wheel options here. Crawler tracks, looking nice. And then if I switch here to Michelin, we've got some options as well. The twin wheels are still the clamp-ons, though, which is unfortunate. That's probably my only complaint, but I'll be honest, I'm more of a tracks kind of a guy anyway. So that is our options here. Just clicking through, making sure that they're all going to be the same style. Looks like it. So that's what you've got for the case as well. But hey, I got a US style X9 with tracks. I don't know. I've got that, and I've got my 8RX. What else do I need? I need AI Worker A to not be blocked by an object. Tab through. Oh, there you are, AI Worker. All right, we're going to take over now, bud. And I want to see how planting works here. Can I plant directly into this? Is this a direct drill planter like it likely should be? Can we see the grain carts? Yeah, that's actually a good one. We probably should look at those. I think there's a few different options there. So let's get this going. Yeah, I know, Livin, I'm set. Like, I don't need any more equipment in FS 22 here. I'm good to go. So look at this. So I can't... Oh, fruit can't be planted in August. So they're not going to let me waste my time or money, apparently. What can be planted in August? Where's my seasons crop calendar? We could do some wheat and canola a little bit here later, maybe. What can I plant with this? Oops. Why? Sunflowers, soybeans, sugar beets, cotton, corn. So the same planting setup as before. So we're going to have to probably disable seasons here at some point so we can do some of that kind of stuff. But I know people want to see snow before we get into that. So I will definitely fast forward time to snow before we turn seasons off. Rock pickers, that's a good one. So I know a lot of people are excited about this. I worked with Permas, and Perma did all the work to get rock pickers brought to FS19. Thundar had the Rocky Fields mod, but we've got the more modern style Degelmans here. So you've got a smaller one, which is pretty narrow. This is probably comparable to the one that we brought in game for FS19. And then you've got the Rock King, and this is the big one. I think this is more like what Millennial Farmer runs on his farm. And so this is pretty cool. They work a little bit different than I expected in that you turn them on, and I think it just sits there and spins. We'll buy one of those. We'll need to do some tillage before we can actually showcase that, though. And then I guess we could look at subsoilers are pretty much the standard from 19. Plows are pretty standard, so I was disappointed not to see any US style tillage there. I was really hoping for like a vertical tillage tool or a deep ripper or, you know, something like that, but we didn't really end up with anything like that, so we're kind of short on US style tillage equipment right now. I mean, I've seen these out in the field, so I guess we could buy one of these. Do they have snow removal equipment in base game? They do. So they have this winter equipment category, and you have 3 snow plows and a salt spreader. And so this stuff works pretty good. If we get some snow, we'll have to try this out. Maybe I'll just buy one of these to sit out there. We'll put it on something. There's a case vertical tiller. Am I just not finding the right category? So I looked at... Oh, I should probably look at cultivators. No, I looked here. Spaders? No. Subsoilers. Power harrows? Disc harrows. There's the category I want. Oh, yeah. So we got the speed tiller. Both the 465 and the 475 and the Kinsey mock till. Well, there you go. We're all set. Now, what type of tillage does this do? I think this is just going to be shallow cultivation, which is fine. Do I have another category that I've been missing then? Let me just read through these real quick. I got rollers as well. Grassland care. So more a roller with a weeder on it. That's cool. Soil compaction. Okay. Your silage will be silage compactor. I can't read. Silo compaction. Got it. So we got some different leveler options as well. Animal equipment. We've got some good different feed wagons. The Anderson blower is there in base game. Very similar trailer setups here. And what else do we got? I'm just kind of looking to see what options we got. We got some different header trailers in here, different styles of header trailers. Some generic ones, some branded ones. So lots of good stuff. Happy to see our Thunder Creek trailers make it back. And we've got this Profi liner, which is going to be for moving some of the materials around, I think, for the production systems. And then somebody wanted to see our auger wagons. I'm like getting there the slowest way possible. So here you go, Rylan. We've got this Convey-All, which is kind of a cool brand. I would think this is more of a seed tender, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of cool to see, like seed tender and dry fertilizer, which it holds both of those. And then we've got the Hallmaster from FS19. And then we've also got, oh my goodness, White Lightning, appreciate the super chat. Welcome to the stream, man. We've got the Demco 2200 dual auger grain cart here. So convert my mind over. We've got weights. Remember, we have to worry about weight rather than actual capacity. So it's 77.5 cubic meters of storage. So it's not even measuring it in liters anymore, which is cool. And this one is 46 to 70. It's Brian Oxendine. Good to see you, man. Appreciate the super chat. So this is definitely the bigger cart now. So like this was the biggest base game cart in 19 at 2,000, well, I think it was 2,000 bushels, but let's buy one of these. I want to see these side by side. I'm buying all kinds of stuff. I have no idea if we even have room for it all. Ooh, you can get the big dual tires on here versus the tracks. Oh, we're going to put the big duals on this one. Let's see. We've got Demco color schemes here too, so we can switch it up if we want. Oh, there we go. I like the black. And let's keep going. We've got mother bins finally, so that's awesome. Quite a bit of space there. I mean, right, we're 211 cubic meters there compared to the 77 in this giant Demco. And then what I'm most excited about, or not most excited, but one of the things I'm excited about is we've got the, I don't remember how you pronounce it, Amity brand beet wagons here. So I think there's a lot of cool sugar beet equipment here that I haven't had a chance to look at yet. But we've got some different things in here to take a look at, as well as in here you have a lot of your same sugar beet stuff as well. But knowing that they brought that to the game as a brand means that modders are going to be able to use that as well. Are there any other goosenecks other than the horse trailer? That I don't know. I haven't seen too many other trailers in the game, to be honest, but I haven't looked around a whole lot. So where were we? So that covered our grain wagons. I think we've covered most of the stuff. Samuel, we did look at Lobo trailers. There's two. There's a, who made them now? I can't even remember. I'm going to get this out of the way. What are we doing? We were going to look at those grain carts we just bought. Sorry, we're all over the place today. We're so excited. There's so many things to see. So we've got our 9RX here. We can hook this thing up to this big Demco trailer, and then I'll drive it over next to the Elmer, and we'll see how they compare side by side. How much cakes are worth per 1,000 liters? That's a great question. I have no idea. Let me get this over here first before we jump onto the next thing. I'm loving that mock tillage tool, though. See if I can squeeze in here without slamming into that planter. So, like, you guys remember playing with the Elmer here in FS19. We didn't quite line the Demco up with the front. It's quite a bit ahead. Maybe I should have gone to the other side. I'm trapped. But you can see it's also quite a bit behind. So this Demco is huge. It's so much bigger than that really big Elmer trailer. So that's going to be awesome. All right. We didn't look at any of these other tractors we bought here. Somebody was asking. We bought the 9R to check out here, so let's pull that forward here just a little bit. We'll take a look at it. It's also a great looking machine, so we might as well hook this up to the mock till, get a field prepped up, see if we can cause some issues. Maybe we'll get some rocks or something that we need to go pick and see how that works. Oh, we're getting used to this new steering. It's fun. We've got the pedals and everything hooked up here. So let's buy this field right across from the store here to save ourselves a little bit of time. There we go. And while we're in here, somebody asked about cakes. So let's see what a cake is. Cakes are currently selling for between $6,000 and $12,000. I love it. You want to see the interior, Jeb? Great point. Let's take a look here. I do have my view zoomed in a little bit, more than the default in the game. So if it looks really cramped, keep in mind that's just how I like to play for YouTube. Lots of good detail here. I'm kind of trying to drive a little bit on purpose so you can see the numbers moving on the screen as we speed up here. Looking good. Looking out the back window also looks pretty good. Let's unfold this mock till here. And we'll take a couple passes on this field and see what happens. You think that unit convert mod? So actually, I mean, Thundar did say that he's planning on bringing that to FS22 when he gets a chance to kind of see how things work there. It's going to take a bit for the modders to get up to speed on things, I think. But he was purposefully putting things in a way that when he wrote that in 19, he said he wanted to make it so that it was going to be easier to convert on him for the future. Oh, wow, the steering wheel's like kind of shaking as we hit the bumps in the field. It's really awesome. It's a little disorienting, but from a playing experience, it's awesome to have the tractor bump and jiggle on me while I'm driving here. I am going to miss GPS for a while here until things get sorted out there as well, but let's get going here. So we're tilling here at 11 miles an hour. It's bouncing and moving around on me a little bit. I wish I had my next stream. We'll have to get the wheel cam up. I'll set that up before tonight. We got plans to do a 9 p.m. stream tonight, Eastern time. 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be streaming again, and I'll have a wheel cam set up for that because this force feedback stuff is a lot of fun so far. We'll block the camera out with my water bottle here. I don't know how mods are going to work for FS22 just yet. So I don't know if GPS is going to be able to come to console, but I do know the worker system has improved quite a bit here. And so hopefully that's something we'll be able to do. So I'm not going to sit here and do this whole field. I know we want to see a bunch more stuff. This live stream is mostly about let's see as many different things as possible. And so people have asked about snow. Let's see if we can figure out some of the season stuff a little bit. So we've got this awesome calendar here. Everything's in Celsius though, so maybe I missed a setting. Let's go check our settings. We are... Did I miss it? Was it on that other menu and I just got ahead of myself? Temperature unit is Fahrenheit, so why is it showing me Celsius? Let's change that setting real quick and go back up to this menu. No, this menu. There we go. It just didn't take. We're in Fahrenheit now. Old man Jeb, you got to drop $200 on one of those wheels. Wife ain't gonna like that. I feel ya. Celsius. You guys are laughing at me, Celsius. Let's see here. So I'm on. I need to find my settings here for days in seasons, because I am not sure how many days I had set this to when I was clicking around. Oh my goodness, Stephanie Taylor, appreciate the super chat. So we're at 3 days per month. I'm gonna jump this down to 1 day. Hang on. Let's see if I can get back up to the house here. And I want to see how sleeping works before I decide how many days I want to drop this down to. What time do I... So here's something awesome. It's 10:30 in the day. I can sleep till 8 a.m. the next day. So I don't have to wait until it's nighttime to go to sleep anymore, which is awesome. Stephanie Taylor with the $5 super chat again. I hope that wasn't an accident. If it was, I'll understand if you need to pull that back, but I appreciate you either way. Forward Ag is back. Still working on Mod Network. Dude, we got to get you over onto FS22. It is epic. It's been so awesome. I'm also seeing that I have a bunch of messages popping up on my other window, so I'm going to toss that over here. And I lost my chat window. I do apologize. Give me just a second. All of my chat windows have kind of fallen apart here. All right, there we go. For my staff team members that are in the chat, I can now see your messages again. So if you try to get a hold of me, tag me on Discord, I'll see you. Oh my goodness. Hey, from Sweden, Henrik, how you doing? We're doing a horrible job of keeping up with chat today. I do apologize. We're going to start skipping ahead in some days. So we're in September 1st now. I want to look at the calendar weather here. September is rather warm. We're going to need to get... Wow, November is going to be 67 degrees Fahrenheit. 84? This seems a bit much. Let's... I don't want to have to skip each day individually, so we might have to drop our seasons down to 1 day again. Face cam is gone. Oh, that's a good one. I think the face cam fell asleep. Let's see if this wakes it up. Face cam ran out of batteries. If you plug it in, it probably helps. All right. So now we're into September. So I like that I can skip days. I don't like that November is going to be 82 degrees Fahrenheit. I was hoping we'd live in a more wintry climate. I'm going to go just look at my settings one more time before we get going here to see if there was anything in seasons about that. I have snow turned on. And then this seasonal growth, I think, is just what's going to turn the season's growth calendar on and off if I wanted to plant crops at different points. So we're going to ignore all that for now, and turn this down to 1 and see if we can skip through. I think I'm going to have to skip through a couple of seasons to get to a time where winter's going to be cold. So we'll skip one here and see what happens. Oh, looks like it's raining now. I don't know what's happening. All right, it's now September 21st, and our weather is not looking promising. You want to see what the lighting looks like at night? That's a good one. We can only go forward at 120, so let's see. Unfortunately, I wish I could wake up at any time during the day, so we'll skip one more ahead, and then I'll fast forward time. Oh, that just fast forwarded to the current day. Let's see. We'll let it run at 120x here once we get into the winter months, as we'll be wanting to wait and see if it's going to snow or not. Yeah, Seasons has El Nino. Godly, you got your caps. You like the dad hat better. Very nice. All right, we're into October now. It's still really warm. We're going to just keep going. Got to get to December, January here and hope we get some snow. So, this is a lot of fun. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you want more FS22 content. We're going to be starting off some realistic FS22 series here soon. And I can't wait to dive into more FS22 stuff. We've got a Discord link in the description of the video as well, which if you're looking for a great place to both ask questions, because I'll be live streaming 9 p.m. tonight, noon and 9 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. So if you've got some stuff you want me to cover for sure in future live streams, you can jump on Discord and chat me up. You can ask questions there as well, and I'll answer them best I can. And as we get going here, starting on Monday, I believe, I've been talking to G Portal. We're going to have multiplayer servers set up for the community and for the members here. It's going to take me a few days to get those all up and running, but I'm hoping by Thanksgiving we've got FS22 dedicated servers running for the community. So we're going to try and do a multiplayer live stream on Sunday night for those that are getting in a little bit early with me, and then again on Tuesday night. I can't stream on Monday. I have a work function, but Tuesday for live streaming, I'm hoping we can get in and do a multiplayer stream with some people, so that'll be fun. Carper, can you go in the house? That's a good question. Let me try. As soon as we get moving forward here, we're gonna see if we can get into this house, and we'll also fast forward to the night here as I get into January 1st. Let's get going here. So I don't see any options to open the doors on the house, so no on the house. We're gonna keep going. We got two or three more fast forwards here, and we will be to a day that it's supposed to snow, and we'll fast forward and let you guys see what night looks like at the same time. So let's see. Come on. This is the current day. I don't see that it's supposed to snow, but tomorrow it looked like it might. Let's see it. So many new things to see. What are the house options? Oh, that's a great one. So let's see if we can get some snow, and then I'll turn seasons off so we can have some workers do some planting and different things, and we'll jump into the build mode and look at that. So it looks like I've got some lighting shadow type issues there. Oh, it's the snow loading in because we're fast forwarding days so fast. So one thing I'll say that I noticed compared to FS 19 is that I don't get as much lag when I'm fast forwarding between the season days and stuff. So that's been interesting. Now it looks like it's raining more than it's snowing at this point. So I'm kind of worried our snow's going to melt here. Somebody asked about windshield wipers. If I come in here when it's raining, you can hear the windshield wipers. Pretty cool. Hopefully you guys, that comes through. It sounds really cool. It's like subtle, but it's that windshield wiper sound. I like it a lot. We are getting some weird shader type issues here though, but I don't know if that's our settings or what's going on there, but that's flashing pretty good there. And that just started with the snow here. So we may have to hop out and take a look at our settings in a minute here. We'll give it a second to load in, but I want to try out this snowplow. So let's see if we can get a truck that's capable of pushing that, or if we're going to need... Doesn't look like I can get a front plow on the truck. The John Deere and the Mahindra are both in base game for the vehicles. I think this one was a like a pre-order or a the collector's edition last time around. And we're gonna just grab a medium tractor here. Let's try a brand we don't have yet. We haven't tried a Kloss yet. Let's get one of these. And we'll hook our snowplow up to this and see if we can... Oh, our snow's all melting here, it looks like. Yeah, this, there's definitely something wrong with my, shaders on this, though. I don't think it's supposed to be flashing like that. So, that's, something I'm gonna have to... write down here, just because part of being in the early access program is me being a good citizen with Giants and reporting issues when I find them so they can fix them. The 138 mark on live stream. Snow flashing. Okay. We'll take a note of that and I'll write up a bug report after the stream. Gaddy Town, you said that they just saved and went back in and it was fixed. Oh, look at this. We got the tiny plow. This thing is ridiculously small. All right, let me just play with this thing for 1 minute. So we're gonna... I should get a bigger plow, but I don't know. This is so funny that I want to try it out. All right, let's see. Oh, we can push the snow. I was wondering because I didn't own the land. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, but we got to get a bigger one because this looks absolutely ridiculous, folks. Attachments, winter equipment. Let's buy this big one, and then I'm going to save the game, and we'll go to the main menu and come back in, and you guys can see what load screens are like. If I can figure out how. Quit game. All right, so we got to main menu like that. Like, look at how fast that was. I don't know about you, but FS19 was so slow to exit the game. Now, loading the game, probably going to take a second here, but that's okay. Not too long, I hope. 22%. 60%. Oh, it's jumping right through there. And this is on my slower drive. Again, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I had a ton of the way... Oh, I have to exit the game completely, not just go back to the menu? Either way, so we're fully loaded here in, like 15 seconds or so, which is pretty cool. I can't exit from here. Yeah, I see. So it's still doing that. Let me go all the way out then real quick. And so we'll drop all the way out to the main menu. We'll exit the game. We'll push a few buttons here and fire this back up and see what happens. Farmer Hamish, the snowcats in the store. I want to check that out. I did see that, although I didn't. I saw somebody else trying to use that in a live stream, and it wasn't working out. So, as a side note, I've been clicking through. We're already loading back into the game here. That's how fast I exited to Windows, and I've got the game already on the load screen. So, Farmer Tech, the download for me was, geez, I can't remember. You'd think I'd remember. I sat there and watched it for like ever. It was 13 gig was the download. And we're already loaded while I alt-tab for 10 seconds. Aaron, this is not yet released. This is the early access. It will release for Steam users at, I want to say it was 3 a.m. Monday morning. So we're playing with the snowplow here. So let's tab through our equipment, find that tractor again. Where'd it go? There it is. And we're going to go get that big snow blade and see what we can do. And we're also going to get this thing. Now, is this thing for plowing snow? Or is this like a silage machine? Or what is this? We don't know. Let's buy one. It looks cool. That's all I know. This is just my weekend vehicle. Okay, I don't know what that's what that achievement's for, but we're knocking these achievements out. So let's hook this up first real quick now that we can see, and we'll adjust this blade. We'll adjust this blade and plow some snow. Look at that. Look at that texture. I love it. Oh, we're going to run this car off the road. All right, here we go. We don't have a lot of snow left, so I do apologize. We're plowing where we can find it. Oh, we got such a pile. We went up and over. Look at that. We didn't have our blade all the way down. That was probably part of the issue. But I have to say, it seems to work a little bit better than it did in FS19. It's not a lot different. It looks about the same, but it does seem to work just a little bit better. But let's go check out this crazy snowcat thing. It is no longer raining or snowing. I noticed that. Yeah, this is the We Don't Know, Let's Buy It series. We've got $10 million for a reason. So this thing looks cool. I think based on how the front looks, it almost feels like it's made for silage, though. Let's see. I can twist the blade. I can raise and lower. I can tip, but I can't, like, open the arms. Is there a way to... Oh, there we go. All right. Arms open. Let's see. And lower. It's got so much configurability as far as the twist on things and such. But, oh... It is moving the snow a little bit. There we go. There we go. I think this is working more like a leveler, though. This looks like it's for silage. See how it's, like, not doing the snow throwing? It's, like, more spreading it out behind me. It's not pushing it out. It's leveling it. So this is a silage leveler, guys. It's got seats on both sides. So, like, if you've got 2 kids, you can bring them with. It's made to groom the trail. Ah, there you go, Brian. So this is, if you get a bunch of snow, you can smooth a path out so that you can drive on it. But yeah, it feels like this is made for silage to me. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But it's cool because you have to kind of adjust everything with the mouse. There isn't just a push the button to raise and lower it. That thing's cool. All right, so we've looked at snow. We wanted to look at nighttime. So I'm going to crank our time up to 120 while we're doing some other things here. And we want to look at the other placeable options. So let's jump in here and go back to the construction menu for a bit. And we've got a bunch of sheds here. And so if I can Remember that it's middle mouse button. I can't go down and look at it like at ground level as much as I'd like to. It's a little bit more awkward, but we've got some really big shed options here. I'm trying to remember how to rotate things. Oh, there we go. Right mouse button. So maybe I'll toss one of these down over here. And then we'll look for some other brand stuff. We've got our easy sheds from the previous version. So I guess I could toss one of these down for size comparison. So I'm holding the right mouse button down to rotate it. And then when I let go, I can move again. So you could kind of, whoops, I don't have flight mode set up just yet. So I'm kind of using the mode here to look at it. You can see the size difference between the really big easy shed and the other brand here, but we don't have a lot of options. And I don't see any color options on these sheds. So, you know, you're kind of dealing with what you've got there. We've got some silo systems here. So we've got this really big silo system, which is pretty cool. I've got some different bunks. I've got a liquid manure tank that we could put down. The same bunker silos that we had from base game, it looks like. And this one's new. You've got kind of the square style. So that's pretty neat. Silo extensions. So we got these that we can add on next to an existing silo system to extend its size. We got a couple different versions. We have a manure heap extension that you can put down next to a barn to give you somewhere for the manure to go, which is cool. And then the same with liquid manure. So you can set these next to something to expand their storage size. So that's kind of a neat way to do that. And then we got a little water tank. And they get placed next to greenhouses. So that's something we haven't jumped into yet in any way. We've got a large petrol tank from a few different brands, so I'm actually excited to see some Meridian stuff. Let's see if I can go somewhere that doesn't have a bunch of wheat and place this. Can you choose colors for the shed with K and N or something? That's a great question. I don't know. I'll double check again here in a second. I guess I should have the help menu up to check that stuff while we're going through this. So I'll leave the help menu up. So we're going to put down the fuel. We got a liquid fertilizer tank here. We have a dry fertilizer tank, it looks like. I'm wondering if this would store seed as well. And then our same water tank from the previous version, although it looks to be quite a bit smaller in size. All kinds of production buildings there. Cell points you can actually place down for the different things. Your generators and such. And then we'll get out of the store here for a minute. So we're at nighttime. Let me grab our tractor here while we're in the dark. It is winter, so it gets dark quickly. And it's snowing again because it's January. There is no grain dryer mechanic in the base game at this point. The snow did melt because it got warmer, but it's snowing again a little bit here and there. And so we're going to just do a little bit of tillage here in the dark to see how things look while it's dark out. From in-cab here. Lights are interesting. You really can't see that far back, which is honestly not that far from reality. I find it interesting, the mirrors, though. It's not nighttime in the mirrors. It's like gray and overcast in the mirror, even though it's pretty dark back here in reality. I guess not completely dark. So as it continues to get more dark here, oh, we've got a full moon. That's, oops, wrong button. So that's part of what is causing it to be somewhat light out here, probably, is that full moon shining. It's starting to come up over the horizon here. Do the sheds have lights? That's a great question. Let's go check. I don't think these easy sheds had any lights in them. I don't see them. You can hear the birds and echoing inside the shed. However, I want to say this shed does have lights, so let's see if I can find things. So I have a workshop. It looks like this shed should have lights. I'm looking to see if there's a... That's the switch for the door, I'm guessing? Whoa, Tyson Dennis Farms, welcome to the stream, buddy. We're exploring all of the different options here for the... All right, I think it's coming back, folks. I see a green bar. Give me a thumbs up in chat if you're seeing this. I see I can hear you now. Hooray. All right. My goodness. It wouldn't be a Keterk live stream if it didn't go out at least once, right? Don't hit that button anymore. Yeah, exactly. What button was that? I'm going to take that one off of the keyboard. All right, let's do this again. So we're gonna go wreck another field. Let's see. This field's not. These fields aren't big enough to build buildings in. Hang on, we need more land. Field 30 across the road looks nice and big. All right, field 30, you're our new test zone. $2 billion. All right, I don't know why I'm running over here. I can just push P and do it faster in flight mode. Look at all our lovely weeds. All right, so here we are. So let's see this shed color option. So we've got green. We've got yellow, red. That's not a bad red. Blue, dark green, white, gray, a few browns. All right, I'll have to say, there's more color options than I was expecting. I wish I could change my roof tin as well. Hang on, let's stop time. We looked at the nighttime. I don't want to look at the nighttime again right now. So we're going to slow things down here while we're looking at the options. So cows, we've got only 3 options for cow setups. They're all from the same manufacturer here. So I want to overlaps with another object. Oh, it's really big out the other side. We're going to put one of these down. And so you can see we've got the automatic feed system or setup here in this one, so that you can add your different types here and have it taken care of automatically. You've got silage. I assume that's your grass and your straw. And we've got some output here. Oh yeah, and we've got our big pasture area on the other side here. So that's interesting. We'll get some cows in here in a minute. We also have just a straight up pasture here. And so I'm going to put this down in the other corner where you've got your feed, your water, your unloading, and I don't know what one of these is. Horses and pigs are much the same. So all very EU style animal buildings at this point that I'm seeing. Which, you know, not necessarily a surprise, but we don't have any good American placeables. Ooh, we got a doghouse. Decoration was something that I wanted to look at. So we do have our fence posts here. So if I put a fence post down, this is the part that I liked from a decoration perspective. Look at this. I run a fence all the way down this road in 2 clicks. But don't wait. There's more. I can run it all the way around this with only 1 more click. So I've now clicked a total of 4 times, and I created a fence that goes all the way around that field. That's pretty awesome. And then I can slap a gate in here. And if I wanted to, snap that to another fence, I think. So let me maybe put that there. And then if I grab this, I can actually click back onto that fence post that I stopped before and connect it up to the gate. And it skipped over to the other side of the gate there after I placed it. So that's pretty cool. So let's, since we're on the wrong side of the field, let's run over there and check out how that gate works. Scorpion's Eggs, we do have the dog. I think you can still throw the ball, and that's about it. Sheds do have lights now, yes. We just saw that in the night on the other thing. You have shed lights inside now, which is pretty cool. And then here, we can open the gate. Oh, I put a fence through the gate. That's my bad. We were too excited. We were clicking around. But aside from that, that system works pretty cool. So if you're into creating your own farms, that's going to be something that's not too hard to do here. Let's just continue through this construction menu, though. I wanted to see what else is here. I mean, we've got different kinds of fences, too. So that's pretty cool. We've got, you know, your white picket fence types. I mean, lots of fence options. You've got, like, snow fence. This is actually different kinds of, you know, this fence is really common in different areas, too. So lots and lots of fence and wall options, you know, boarded fences if you want to get more into, you know, your interior stuff. You've got hedges. I mean, it's just awesome the amount of different options you've got. So when it comes to making maps or editing maps and stuff, yeah, I think my camera is overheated, so why don't we just turn that off for a moment. This is the first time I'm using this one in the stream. We've got this one down here we can pop on here and push this button so I'm not as bright, and maybe we'll, oh, we've ruined the stream. Maybe we'll move this guy up here where we were before. Something like that. How's that? The joys of having multiple cameras. So landscaping tools got a little bit of an improvement as well. Let's buy another field here and check those out real quick. And then see what we got. So if we come over here, I shouldn't have exited out of that. Landscaping. They've kind of simplified the UI for this, so now I have a raise lower, and it's kind of hard to see my brush. I'll come up here. I have the ability to change my brush size, and you can see it's this, you know, green circle. I can also press V to change between my square and my circle, and so it's cool. I've still got those options, and then I can, you know, hold down the left mouse button, raise land up like I could before. Hold the right mouse button to lower. I can grab a specific area here, like where the red dot is in the center, and it'll level everything to that height no matter where I move it. So that's really cool. And then my favorite tool of all is the smooth option, so I can kind of smooth this out. You know, these are functions that work a lot like they did in FS19. And then I have the slope. Oh my goodness. Tyson with the super chat again here. Have a good one, man. We'll talk soon, I'm sure. Here is a cool option, though. I can set a slope target point by clicking here, I believe, and then I can slope to that point. And so I'm trying to remember exactly how this works. If I do this here, we're going to drop this down. So I have this pit down here. I think what I can do, if I can zoom in here, is set my target point down there. And then if I come over here and left click, I can see what my percentage is to that point. Oh, that's not working how I thought it would. We might have to play with that a little bit. Oh, no, there we go. So I have to slope upwards, it looks like. So if I come up here and right-click to set that slope point, and then I come down here and hold down the left mouse button, it's going to create a slope on its way up to that point. And so that's going to be really cool for creating like driveways up hills and stuff like that. And so I really like that option as well. Can fences follow the terrain a little bit better? That's a great question. Let's find out. So we'll try and smooth this out. Like, this is kind of drastic terrain, so I wouldn't necessarily expect a fence to go over this. But we're here, so let's try it. So if I put a fence post down right here. Oh, the stream's dying. I'll give it a second to come back. All right, it's getting better. It's getting better. I see a yellow. I see a green. Hopefully you guys are able to hear me now. I'll pause for a second here until I see some kind of a confirmation in chat. I see lagging real bad still. I see green on my board, so I'm kind of waiting here to see if you guys are seeing this yet or not. We're just checking the YouTube stats up here. Stream Health says YouTube isn't receiving enough data right now, so... All right, it's getting better. I'm seeing greens. Good deal. All right, so you guys are probably hearing me talk about how good it is or not for a while now. The chat seems to be a little bit lagged out today, so I apologize. So let's look at the fence here. So check this out. I'm still in the mode where I can place it. I'm gonna place this fence, and then we're gonna get out and look at it because that is awesome over here. We dug a hole. We lined things up, and we placed a fence down the most ridiculously smooth terrain I've seen. And we've got fences. Carrie Mullins, we do not have GPS yet, unfortunately. So that is not something that made it into base game. But look at this. This is awesome. I'm loving it. Oh, this is so good. So, yeah, from a terrain feature perspective, the decoration tools for fences and stuff, this is going to be awesome. Now, I've got to put my stream back over onto a different view here because we're losing things. All right. Press R while inside the shed to turn on the light. Yeah, I figured that one out. Okay, so we've got... the decoration stuff, the landscaping stuff we looked at. There are a number of trees, not just a few trees, a ton of trees available here that you can place. And there's a rotate randomly button, so it'll just rotate to a different direction for you so that when you're placing your trees and you want them to look kind of cool, they're not all facing the same direction. Pretty nifty. But yeah, just seeing how many different styles of trees there are was pretty impressive. And all of these are, you know, obviously because they're part of base game that now has seasons, seasons compatible trees right out of the gate. So you don't have to worry about that. And in addition to the trees, we now have plants. And so this is different grass and weeds and bushes and things like that for your decoration items. And so this is going to be where people are going to be able to make their own maps or make the maps feel more like they want without having to be a map maker. You're going to be able to do so much more with the base game than you could before. So those are, you know, items that show up in the landscaping area that I would say are more decorative items. You also have your grass areas, right? We have our forest grounds. And so you've got all of these different options as well. I actually feel like you have a few less, for some reason, ground texture items. I'm trying to find a good zoom level I feel like we're missing some of these from FS19. And so just kind of putting these down here next to each other, we've only got a handful of dirt type or ground type textures. If we jump back over to decorations, because I did kind of move past that, one thing I do like is we've got a bunch of different style lights available to us. So I'll slap a bunch of these down real quick so that you can kind of see the differences in size. These are humongous. You've got like stadium lights. You've got some different like yard and decorative lights here. I guess I can just buy one of each. And so you can see we've got all kinds of different options. If I hop out here and actually run over here, you can get a sense of scale based on the size of the person. You know, these are more like decorative street lights versus, you know, we've got stadium lighting here. So that's really cool. Does the landscape tool allow you to delete builds you bought but didn't place yourself? I'm not sure what you mean there. Since I think you mean like, can I do like the object map hider in FS19? I haven't seen that functionality anywhere where you could delete random objects around the map. Other decoration items, you have some different sheds and stuff here. Nothing, honestly terribly interesting. But yeah, they're all just like little garden sheds, it looks like. I'm all out of land. Everything the light touches is mine. I don't know what achievement that is, but we're knocking them out here. It's kind of like a storage unit or something. Turn my help menu back on. There's no way to actually open the door on this. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping that I could get into that. Nope, no way to open these little sheds. They're purely decorative. You want me to get rid of a building there? Yeah, no Midwest style stuff for the buildings in general. So how do I get rid of a building? Demolish. All right. So this is the cool part is FS19, you had to like go through some hassle to figure out what you were getting rid of, right? And so here you just click demolish and then you click on what you want and you can sell it. And I did that really fast, so I'll do this one slower. I click on demolish and then you can see which one I'm highlighting here. So I want to get rid of this object and it doesn't matter. I'm in buildings. I can come over here and get rid of, you know, this light pole. Boom. Just like that. Now, how about this fence? Because this fence was one giant connected object. What happens if I want to demolish the fence? And this stays on in demolish mode. So I can demolish a piece of the fence at a time, it looks like. I can hold down my left mouse button and demolish anything that I go over. So just by moving my mouse button over, but only of that object type once I delete. See, I come over here, I'm still holding the mouse button down. I'm not deleting this, but I'm deleting these fences. If I want to start deleting the white fence, I can click on it, and now I'm deleting all the white fence, but if I leave my mouse down, oh, I'm still deleting that fence. Interesting. Oh, I can delete these if I hold longer, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it's like a hold longer option. So, it's interesting. Can I demolish base game buildings? I don't think I can. Let's go find out, though. So, like, I guess I could come over here and try and blow up one of these houses. So this is just some random person's house here, right? Let's see. I cannot delete their house. I can't delete their fence either. So no bueno on deleting their objects, but I can delete. This silo system came with my farm when I bought it. That's a placeable. So I can get rid of the placeable on my farm that came, much like 19, but I can't get rid of the other buildings just in town. Like the ones on my farm I can, and maybe if I owned the land, but I don't think I can own, like I can't own the land that the houses in town are on. So that's interesting. All right, let's see here. So, oh, that's an interesting silo system, kind of a barn slash silo system. Farmhouses, we've only got the one farmhouse option. Only one farm, or only one house per farm, so I can't place another one. And somebody asked, I don't see the barn that's on the starter farm in the options to be placed here. We've clicked through this, and I haven't seen that yet, so... The Demco grain cart looks great with the dual wheels. It does. So, all right. So let's think. Let me look one more time here in the store. Did we miss anything? I think we covered all the landscaping stuff. All the decoration options. We've got some production stuff that we'll get into at some point. I'm going to save production for the next live stream, I think. Play around with that a little bit. Same with orchards and greenhouses. We'll save that for another live stream. Are the silos multi-fruit? So the silos do hold multiple things at once. They don't hold just a single crop. Where's my buildings? I think it shows you what they hold when you're trying to buy them, maybe? Nope. It does not show you what it's going to hold here. It just says used to store crops, so... the only difference is these require the auger or conveyor to get things in and out of the silo versus the silo systems have it all pre-built, so... We'll be waiting for GTX to bring us the one crop per bin script again, hopefully. Are there different types of dogs available? I don't know. We can look, though. Others. Doghouse. Boom. Just the one doggo. Oh, wait. I guess I keep forgetting that there's a different configuration. Nope. No configuration options up here when I have the dog. And, in fact, only one dog are allowed per farm. So, there you go. One doggo per farm. But we can fill his bowl with food, and he'll come eat. You can pet him, and he'll love you. Ooh, we got an achievement. Ultimate Possumness. And if I come down here, can I grab this ball? I can. Look at that. Just like FS19, we can throw the ball. I don't know. He didn't seem that interested. Oh, he did bring it back. All right. I want to get some cows. Is modding money in FS22 same as FS19? It was. I just opened up my save game file and gave me a bunch of money. So the cow barn with the feeding robot has a lot of inputs and outputs here. So you can see all of the different types of options we have here. We're going to be taking a little bit closer look at this in another live stream. We'll probably actually go through the full animal setup. But I'm kind of just curious to see the cows in game here real quick. So let's see if I can figure out where the cow points are. I'm assuming one of these doors would have the trigger. This looks like a feeding trigger to me. Open up these doors. Here we go. The animal dialogue. So what I liked about this, I saw a little bit on another stream, is that you can buy your cows at different ages. So you have an age 0 month Holstein, you have a 12-month one, and an 18-month one. I'm not sure, like, if there's a visual difference. So we're going to buy one of each here. And then I'll only have 3 cows in the pen, and we can see what they look like. There we go. Save the game real quick. Meatball, welcome to the stream. Long time no see, man. Hope you're doing well. All right. So, we've got 3 cows here. A few things that I like. Look at the difference. They have different textures on them, so not every cow is 100% identical to the other one. That looks cool. Animations look pretty good. I liked watching him step up. I mean, you know, things are swaying. Looks good. I like it. I was kind of expecting a 0-month-old cow to have a, like, you know, more of a calf texture, maybe be a bit smaller. These look to be pretty much the same. I can't really distinguish them other than there's some different textures. Maybe they're... Oh, here we go. So this is the 18-month-old animal. I like that I can walk up to him. So this is the 0-month-old one, which does not... That seems a little bit older than 0 months to me. But, yeah, you got your actual animals that are in the pen are represented, and you can walk up to that particular animal and see its information, is actually really cool. Dan, that's a great question. We are going to, we're going to be diving into this more. I think tonight I'll set things up for the live stream, and we'll dive into production chains and animals and have it like all set up and go through the whole process of feeding them. We'll do silage tonight. All of those things. So, all right, what is this? And this is where we get our outputs, probably from the milk. Yep, we got our milking machine in here, so this would probably be where we'd pick up our milk with the trailer. So, this stuff looks really cool. I'm really excited by the... Hey, doggo. I'm really excited by the feeding robot stuff here for lazy people like me. I might actually do a little bit more feed and stuff like that, but that's gonna be pretty interesting. Gamer designs. No one has tried out forestry. I'm not a big fan of forestry, but I'm kind of curious now that you've mentioned it. What's in here? So we've got the Rotteny, I forget how you pronounce it, stuff from the DLC that just came out that's in here. That's cool. I was excited to see this thing, though. This thing's kind of cool looking. I don't remember which attachments it has for it. There's a button I thought I could push to see what you could use with something. But I think this is for, like, pulling logs and stuff out. And then you've got the, like, wood chipper built-in doohickey. This thing looks cool. I don't know. It does look cool.